Hey, it's John again. I'm gonna play a game Immaculate. Good evening. It's a great day because the Packers were victorious over the Cowboys. I had occasion to wear the old cheese head yesterday. Met some new friends, Packer fans. So um yeah, at least one Wisconsin team's able to win this season in the playoffs. Let's go ahead and start sharing my screen. Yesterday I messed up on Heimanish. Uh I thought he'd played right field with the Senators, which he hadn't. He'd played right field with his other teams, but just not them. So that category is surprisingly tricky. You wouldn't think one game at a position would be the thing that got me, but indeed it did. All right, let's hit refresh, let's hit go, and away we go. All right, Jason Markey, just keep using him. All right, Dale Murphy works here. Let's go Mark DeRosa. He works. Anyone, huh? What about Emmons? Let's go Utley. And then over here, how about Derek Lee? All right, and now we just need an all-star. Sosa was an all-star. Schilling started an all-star game. And I'm quite sure Scott Rowland was an all-star at some point. All right, cool. 30 in 41 seconds. That might be the best like combination of time and rarity score together that I've ever gotten. Because that's a pretty good rarity score. I mean, this was a pretty easy one, but still, I just sort of went along. Don't think I stumbled anywhere. Um, yeah, I'll take it. 30 and 40. I think Bobby Abreu once had a season with 30 home runs and 40 stolen bases. All right, so we'll stop share, we'll reshare, and we'll try to get a really low rarity score. Was it that one? All right, hit and refresh. That was my failure from yesterday. All right. Where to go? Where to go? Okay, so I'm gonna go with no, it's low, right? The guy that had the first or second person to get um Bobby Lowe, I think. That's the one. Bobby Lowe, who I believe was the first person ever to get 4 home runs in a game in 1894, I think. He hits both teams. All right, good start, great mustache. Um, and then up here for Atlanta and Philadelphia, well, why don't we just go with OG Frank Thomas? All right, off to a decent start here. I think Braves and Cardinals does not seem like one that should be a huge stumper. Enos Slaughter will work. Red Shednest will work. I'm pronouncing that right. Terry Pendleton works. Put up Jason Marquis was an interesting one to go with, but he certainly works. Hornsby works. I forgot who Hornsby was traded for. I know I would have put their names in my book, so but I'm not remembering off the top of my head. Um, let's see, and then we want to sneak in some all stars here. I think I tried Charlie Root one time. He was not an all star, so that would not be a good way to go. Um, who's who's snuck into an all star game that was surprising? I guess these categories are so broad that you should be able to get a decently low rarity score no matter what. I'm just trying to think of like who I mentioned Abreu. He might be low, but I'm not sure how low. And then up here, let's try Slaughter. He played for the Milwaukee Braves. Joe Torre would also work. So he goes .1. It's pretty good. Um, who's gonna be sneaky and surprise people? Let's see. Tom Herr famously didn't get to 10 home runs the year he drove in over 100 runs. I don't know if he ever did get there. Keith Hernandez, I think, had like an 11 home run season or something the year he won the batting title. That might be decently sneaky. Let's see. Hornsby will of course work. I don't think that'll be sneaky at all. I think Frankie Frisch, who was traded for, might work and be a little bit better. Um, go Ducky Medwick, who won a Triple Crown. It's a pretty famous accomplishment, though. Mm, what do we try? What do we think of? Just because he would have worked here too. What do we think of Brian Jordan? .5. That's a lot higher, but that's all right. All right, coming down here to Philadelphia. 10 home runs is not a big number. I'm just not sure if I want to try to step on a landmine, find out if Richie Ashburn snuck in there. I'm pretty sure he didn't. He was in my chapter in my book, The Unfeared Walkers, because he drew a lot of walks, even though he didn't hit a lot of home runs. I know Lefty O'Doul had like 20. The year he hit 398. It was like 22 home runs and 398 average. That's pretty old school. Let's see how Lefty O'Doul works. .1. All right. And then similarly here with Chicago Cubs. Um, let's see. What if Carlos Zambrano ever got to 10 home? I don't think he did, but he definitely had several in a year. Won a couple silver sluggers there. Um, yeah, if you're going around the classic Cubs horn, I'm not gonna go with Sandberg. I'm not gonna go with Grace. Could maybe go with like a Jose Hernandez. Henry Rodriguez certainly works. Um, what about Giovanni Soto? What about Wilkins, the catcher that one good year in like 93? Rick Wilkins? I think that's the guy. .4. All right. I'm gonna go Gabby Hartnett. Ooh, do those numbers work out? I'm pretty sure they do. All right, also .4. So I could have gone a lot lower, probably. Um, let's see. One thing I looked up because I was looking at first round draft picks and Kent, was it name Bottenfield? Yeah, he was an all-star for the Cardinals in like '99. Drafted by the Phillies. He was an all-star. .3. And then who to sneak in for the Phillies? How to be sneaky with the Phillies? Um, maybe we'll just go with Chuck Klein. It's usually a pretty safe bet. Rarity score of 2. I probably could have gotten a 1 or a 0 on that if I'd really spent a little bit more time on it because there's a lot of options for all these. Um, so pretty happy with the 2, but this row is fine. I think that's fine. Um, there were probably some more obscure all-stars I could have come up with, and I'm surprised Brian Jordan's that high. But I mean, you figure like who's the highest here? Poole. I guess Poole's only takes 9, and then like McGuire probably takes 7 or 8, and then you sort of trickle down from there. Um, these were not the same way though. Okay, well, this was a pretty easy grid, but I still like easy grids because it's like grading on a curve. The 30 I got in the timed round looks a lot less impressive after I'm able to put up a two. So it's kind of grading on a curve, and then you look at this curve here, and not a ton of struggle here. Looks like 5,000 people started and just sort of gave up. But other than that, looks skews very much towards 9 out of 9. All right. Well, thanks a lot for playing with me once again, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Peace.